Go Big Ten, 3 in a row. Congratulations to Kurt Signetti and the Hoosiers on keeping the national championship in the league. And awesome game, awesome story. Yeah, it's great for college football, great for the Big Ten. But just some news. I'd like to announce that Kylin Boswell fractured his right hand yesterday. He'll be out for a little bit. Expecting a mid-February return to action for him. Unfortunate. Feel terrible for Kylin as he's obviously a senior, and this is his in his senior year, and he's having such a phenomenal year. It's the next man up mentality with our team, and I think it's it's exciting. We've been able to develop the depth, and we'll see what that looks like as we move forward. It's not a situation that we've not had previously here in my time, and I think it's one of the things that we do is we find a way, and we'll continue to do that. But our thoughts are with Kylin, and it's very, very unfortunate. But like I said, can't wait to get him back in February. He'll be an integral part of everything we do, from the coaching side of it to, when he's not with Justin and Fletch, he'll be with us, and he's still a integral part of everything that we're doing, even though he's not on the court.
Coach, with Kylin out, how ready is Mahalo to step up, and what do you want to see from him?
I could be anybody. It's not one person. It's going to be a lot of different guys having to move into different roles. You don't replace Kylin defensively. It's going to take an adjustment from everybody to do just a little bit better. Defensively, and especially on that end. But it'll take everybody. I'm not going to single out one person. It's going to take the whole crew.
I would imagine some of that might be matchup dependent, right? In terms of who maybe look to one night versus another.
We'll see. It's an opportunity, like I said, for a lot of guys to have a slight tweak in their roles, and we'll see. It's as we move forward here what those look like.
Do you have a cast on it or anything like that?
He'll have a splint. He'll be on the bench tomorrow night. He's got it splinted up, and that's the best way to heal, and at least that's what the doctors have said. So.
Sorry if I missed it, but was it practice related or?
Practice. He just kind of a freak deal. Just kind of bumped it into a arm, and it's the same hand, this exact same break that he had 5 years ago.
How's he doing with processing it?
Yeah, he's been great. He's a professional. He's frustrated. From that standpoint that it's just the process that an athlete goes through, and now it's shifting gears and let me help in any way I can. And wonderful young guy that's meant a lot to our program, and he knows that and his value, and we've got to, he'll stay engaged in every way possible.
While we're on the topic, Andre limped off. Is he okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Has some implications in the very first game there. It's David Court, the Waste by AP Player of the Week this week. What's he bring, and who do you anticipate checking?
Everybody. Guy's on a heater. He's veteran. He's got coming off a 43-point game. He had 30 and a half. He made 9 threes. He's he's the ultimate green light. And you just, you know, people have thrown a lot at him, and he's found ways to get baskets, and yet there's more to Maryland than just him. And they've got a nice team. They get to the foul line a lot. They offensive rebound like crazy, as Buzz's teams always do. They mix up their defenses, so you know it's more than him. But again, he's on a heater, and you know, played great in their last one, and we'll have to be dialed into where his presence is when he's on the court.
And this team has found a way to win, whether it's shots not falling or guys being sick. So what has set this team up to maybe handle things thrown at them?
It's been all year, you know. I mean, it's been whether we were without Andrei Stojakovic, whether we were without Tommy. You know, guys have stepped into new roles. I think we've got great depth. You know, whether it's you know, it's Mihailo being out, and now it's you know, it's Bam. You know, we've had guys that have been able to step in and fill in, and you know, you got guys like Jake Davis, you got guys Ben that have all started. Z, you know, coming off a terrific basketball game, and a guy that you know has started at times. So it's just been you know, kind of a next man up mentality, and whatever we need, we've been able to find with our depth and our bench, and I think that'll be expected and continued on. I think we got a chance to you know, to grow, and we get Bam back and be a better basketball team, very similar to what we were when we lost Terrence a few years ago. We lost Perez last year, and you know, you just next man up mentality and figure a way out, and that's what we do, and it's when I feel like I'm at my best, and you know, got a tough Maryland team that we've got to, you know, coming off a great win and great performance, and we better be ready.
It's more on the topic. Last time we talked to you about Ty, you said he was doing some practice, and has there been progression on his ramp back up, or any update there?
Yeah, the knee's better. He hurt his groin in a practice, so he's been restricted from that. But his progression has been slowed from that side of things, but the knee's doing fine.
I guess, new coach, entirely new team. I mean, just what does this Maryland team kind of look like? What have you seen from the league?
Typical Buzz team. If you look at his teams, you know, they're going to play really, really hard. They're going to mix it up, full court pressure, and they're going to, you know, play zone switch. They offensive rebound like crazy. You know, they're a team that's very athletic. You know, the Adams kids playing very well as well. Saunders is a guy you know, can really shoot it. So you know, this team plays very hard, and you know, has a guy, like I said, that's capable of getting 40. So you know, we've got to do our job, not you know, try to keep them off the line. I think 25% of the points come at the free throw line, and then we've got to keep them off the offensive glass. Typical Buzz team. They're going to play their tail off, and he's a heck of a coach. He's won everywhere he's been.
We talked to you the other night about you guys not fouling often. Are you getting to the line at the level that you want on the other side?
Well, I think we're getting fouled a lot. You know, and it's not getting called, especially Keaton. But you know, it's the challenge is you know, we're a downhill team. We live downhill. We thrive on that, and you know, I think the one thing that, you know, you got guys like Andre and Merck and Keaton that are all great drivers of the basketball, and you know, just because I don't want the psychology of officiating to step in. You know, just because we don't foul doesn't mean you don't call fouls, because they get lopsided. Got to call a foul when it's a foul. So, you know, we've sent a lot of those clips in, especially on Keaton. He seems to be the one, because he's so non-reactionary to anything. He has no emotion. But again, you know, it's we practice every day. We stress every day not fouling. And you know, you look at the fouls in the last game, 19-3. There was 3 or 4 where Keaton got just hammered on drives, and there weren't calls. and so it's something I'm always going to fight for is protecting our guys, but yet don't punish us because we're trying very hard not to foul.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from the league on?
Some agree. I mean, some agree. I don't know what the feedback is, other than I talk to them and try to make sure that our guys are getting protected. And again, it's the psychology of it. I mean, just because it's human nature. The fans get into it, the other coach gets into it, and they're barking for equal to foul calls up, and just call them as you see them.
I guess along those lines of downhill driving, what did you think of how your team did that against a team that ran a lot of zone in Minnesota? Did you like what you got, or do you want to?
Yeah, we had a 1.37 against the zone, and we found the shots we absolutely wanted, and we missed a lot of good ones. So it was that part of it was very, very good. And again, I think it's and then you open up the offensive rebounding, and we had a boatload of those in the first half. So I feel really good about that.
What makes David such a good rebounder? You guys are a good rebounding team. He's a big part of that.
A knack. I mean, he's got maybe what you don't coach, and that's just a knack for the ball. And he's got a great motor. He plays very hard. He's competitive that way. I think that there's a physicality to him that I think he's still growing with. That I think he can do some things better. Earlier wedging, some of those things, but I think he's just got a great knack for the ball.
When you've discussed the defensive improvements your teams, you talk about making fewer mistakes. Which mistakes aren't they making maybe as frequently?
Yes, just simple scouting report mistakes. Knowing personnel, knowing a guy's strength, knowing a short closeout, on a guy who's not a great shooter, handling a switch, understanding actions that are taking place. All of those things we've been doing a much better job of, and it's forcing teams into the shots that we want them to shoot, and then making sure the simple things, just shots are challenged. All those things we're doing much better, and when you put the lump sum together, it ends up being a big difference. And it's not just one area; it's the culmination of a lot of things.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.